Hey, how's it going? I just got home from doing a draft of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. I went 2-0 for anybody who wanted to know about that, but that's probably not why you're here. You're here because it's 11:30 at night almost, and apparently I forgot that this character teaser was coming out, so it's the Skirk character teaser. We already reacted to the animated short that I didn't know we were getting, so there was already quite a bit in that, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what we got out of this. Probably some epic music that's probably going to get a little dubsteppy if I had to guess. But beyond that, I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get some more lore about maybe Sertology, or maybe get a more time frame into what Skirk's backstory is. Just some hints about what I can look forward to in the what I assume to be her character story, or the interlude quest, or the Dane quest, or whatever we're getting. I'm really, really excited. Anyway, if you would like to see more stuff like this in the future, I would recommend that you join my Discord to stay up to date on what I'm going to be going live and what I'm going to be doing when I go live. Because we do stream at twitch.tv/sheetstreams, where I try to stream 2 times a week, sometimes 3 if we have extra time. I was busy today, so we didn't end up streaming today. Because, like I said, I had a Final Fantasy draft to get to. Anywho, character teaser. Skirk, an end and a beginning. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Beginning at the end and the end of the beginning. One of my favorite phrases. The pursuit of power is a task that cannot be completed in a single day. It is a path laden with many steps, and these could be an ending, wreathed in destruction, or the beginning of a new life. Alright, no voice credits. Oh, Traveler. You can enable subtitles while watching. Okay. So this is probably going to be subbed. Alright. Chinese and Korean voiceovers are here. Due to recording arrangements, this video was shown in Japanese audio. Sorry for the inconvenience. I am disappointed, but my day is not ruined. Be sure to make sure you're watching this on your own time and not just using me as your first exposure to this. I highly recommend you watch it on your own first. Anywho, here we go. I should make sure that my eardrums don't get blown out first. Alrighty. It's 2:41. An end and a beginning.
Skirk の行方か。
So you want me to track
手
down
がかりはある
Skirk?
のかな？
Any leads to follow? No.
Oh!
He said, oh, that's right, he did talk to Arlecchino if she'd seen her, during, like, Arlecchino's character story.
そういえば
I think after
俺が
finishing
卒
my
業した日
training,
3つの質問をし
she
て
let
いい
me
と
ask
言わ
her
れた
3 questions.
まずはずっと不思議だったんだけ
What did you ask?
どなんで俺を弟子にしてくれたの
Why did you agree to train me?
お
That's a good
前
one.
があれを呼び覚ましたからだ。
You awakened it. Right, he
私
told
が
us
教え
that
た技
actually.
芸が
This
将来
combat
役に
training
立つ
will
だ
prove useful in the future.
もちろん生きて帰る
Of
に
course,
は
if you want to
もっ
survive
と
that
強
battle,
く
you'll
な
need
ら
to
な
get
ければ
stronger.
ならないが。
His fight with the whale.
すでにいろいろ習っ
I've
た
already
だ
mastered all
ろ
kinds of
どうやってもっ
weapons.
と強くな
What
れ
else
ば
am
い
I
いんだ
supposed to
よ
do? Learn the bow. I heard
ま
you're
だ
bad
基
at it.
礎だけだ。弓の扱い
Weaponry
も
is
ま
the
だ
starting
荒
point.
い。
Besides, your power can stop me. Ooh.
形ある武器を
Shadow
完
version
全
of
に
herself?
極めれば次のステージに
Truly
行け
mastered
るだろう。
weapons will be ready for the next level. Ooh, I love that color palette and that design. I
全
love
てを
that matte
地球
shading.
の刃と化し、
Heaven and earth become your blades.
神羅万象を自在に操るのだ。
All of creation bends to your will.
そうすれば師匠のよう
After
に
that, you can follow my master's footsteps
さらなる力を
and
追い
seek
求められ
even
る。
higher power.
分かったじゃあ
All right,
最後の
last
質問だ
question.
師匠はなんでいつ
Why do you
もそんな顔して
scowl
る
all
の
the time?
強くなるって
Does
楽
getting
しいこ
stronger
とじゃ
make
な
you
い
happy?
あ
Was she actually gonna answer this?
師匠
She didn't answer him. Oh, they didn't put words or subtitles over
それ
that.
で師匠はなんと
Oh, her answer?
深淵を離れるとき
Before I
師
left,
匠が最
she
後
had
に
some
こう
final
言っ
words
たの
for
が
me.
聞こえた
She said,
いつか
First the wreckage of stars one day.
お前にも私の見てい
You
る
know
世
the
界
world
が
as I
見え
see
るよ
it.
うになるだろ
You were a trespasser. Is she a descender yet? That's what I want to know. Or will she be a descender by, like, some point in the story that we'll get to see? That being said, I kind of hope we get to see it, but at the same time, I don't expect us to see it, because they seem to constantly hint about characters doing that, but not happening. Like, Noelle will definitely be one of the knights someday, right? Probably not. Alright, let's go back through this. So this seems to be, as I already mentioned, an extension of that conversation that happens during the Arlecchino story trailer. Not the story trailer. The Arlecchino character story in, what was that, 4.5? Because apparently because apparently Tartaglia and Arlecchino were having a conversation, and Tartaglia has been constantly looking for a way to run back into their master. And he had mentioned at some point in the story, I don't remember when, but he did mention that she agreed to train him because he had awakened it, which was Sir Deloge's pet, or the narwhal, basically. And this seems to be taking place in, like, a void that appears to... Oh, we can see the whale actually underneath. It's under the surface. So this is taking place in, I think, the Primordial Sea right now. You can see the whale basically just beneath the surface. That's missable. I did not notice that on my first watch through. I'm glad that we like to break these down and do some analysis on them. Even though we're probably only going to ramble on for about as long as this trailer is. So I want to get a better look at this interesting combat section. So she's sparring with, like, a red version of herself. But I wonder what the purpose of this is. When you've truly mastered tangible weapons, you'll be ready for the next level. So I'm guessing after tangible weapons, the next level is these weird non-tangible weapons, and, like, these ethereal blades and weird shadow puppetry that you're doing here. She's definitely controlling, like, a space or, like, quantum element that we don't have access to in-game. I have no clue why she is a cryo character. We don't really see all too many hints of that, to be honest. This kind of just looks like a bunch of random purple lightning energy. And a lot of broken glass. Is glass ice? Is ice glass? Seek even higher power. She seeks to be a descender, I guess, instead of a trespasser? I do wonder how Child actually fell in here. We always thought this was the Abyss, but this seems to be more like the Primordial Sea than the Abyss. Or that weird pocket space dimension that's between the two. It is hilarious to see that she just yeets Child again, because we got to see her yeet Child at the end of the 4.0 arc, or the 4.2 Archon quest, where she first made her debut. Just shrink the whale into an orb and yeet the Child through the spatial window, and apparently he had landed in Snezhnaya when he threw her through there. And then he came back to Fontaine after landing in Snezhnaya, recovering, and then coming back to where he showed up at the Arlecchino character story. I wonder when we're going to run into Child again. I know the Pale Star Edict means that all of the Fatui Harbingers are going to be heading to Nodcry, but I actually expect we'll see Child in this update. Because we still know that a Fatui Harbinger is going to get sent to Natlan to recover the Gnosis in Natlan. So I think it's actually a pretty fair bet that Child will show up to be the Harbinger that'll show up to get there. He was also a big fan of the Captain, so he's definitely going to show up in Natlan at some point just to pay his respects. Whether he pays his respects to the Captain's memorial, or if he actually goes up to the big guy on the throne, I don't know. I'm not the best theory guy when it comes to this game. I'm currently 0 for 0 on a lot of my theories. And then a lot of my longest term theories are like Paimon related, so we're probably not going to get a lot of news on those for some time coming. But this trailer was mostly cinematic, and it was mostly character driven. I didn't get a lot of lore out of it, so I don't really have much more to add here. Although I do wonder where this is and what she's looking at. Because she looks a lot younger here. So is this thing Tevat here? This giant orb? Is this Tevat and she's like just out in space? Or did she land here after falling through space? I don't really know. You will know the world as I see it. This is how she sees the world. Well, anyway, we're going to end here. I don't have anything more to add. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see me react to, for one. And for two, to stay informed, best way to do that is join the Discord. I'm basically always a phone's click away from my Discord, so I'm very easily reachable through there. I read it often, and I spend a lot of my time on Discord. That's where I always announce what I'm going to be doing and when I'm going to be doing it. So that's why the only thing I usually plug is the Discord. But also, we will be playing through Genshin Impact 5.7 when it comes out. Depending on the timing, it will be shortly after we do our live stream for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, because that will be coming out the day before for the 9-year anniversary. So look forward to that in the future. That's the content we got in the pipeline. Anyway, I'm probably not going to have time to edit this tonight, so it'll probably come out sometime tomorrow afternoon. Stay safe, everybody, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.